Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky, and today we're doing this lifted, pulled out halo eye placement smoky eye situation using Blooming Romance from Danessa Myricks because I'm in love with this palette and just it's so fun to use. So that's what we use today on the eyes, lips, and cheeks, and create this really dramatic, smoky, sultry look. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Just planning some makeup, doing something dramatic, smoky, and sultry. So if that interests you, just go ahead, keep on watching. Before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know down below some more looks that you would like to see with the Danessa Myricks Blooming Romance palette. I think me and Danessa are best friends now. We're totally best friends because I have spoke to her in DMs again. we're BFFs. No, just kidding. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and just get into this makeup look because I'm obsessed with it. Good morning. Hello. Okay, so today I want to do the dramatic, smoky, sultry halo eye with Blooming Romance. So let's dive in. I'm gonna start with priming my eyes with the e.l.f. No Budge stick. It's just become my go-to primer lately. I don't know why, but it has. I have already on my face currently brows and my skincare and a bit of the e.l.f. Halo Glow. What is this called? Liquid filter. And I have it in a shade that's a little deep on me, so it gives me a nice little bit of tan look. So anyway, let's take this little pencil and use it as a bit of a primer. And this does have shimmer in it, but it's so sheer and kind of, I don't know, sheer that it does really well as a primer. And I kind of like that little bit of glow that comes through, just a little bit from it, because it's very subtly metallic. And the shade is almost like my skin tone. Alright, I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. And I just keep it on the lid. I don't like bring it all the way up to the brow or anything. Oh, it's raining. Nothing but rain over here lately. Raining, and I have like a super good curl day. I'm not going outside. Not getting anywhere near these good curls I got going on. Not that you can see them right now, but I'm having a good hair day. I don't know what happened, what I did, but one of those days. It's like I go like 3 or 4 weeks with like where my hair is just vaguely wavy, and then it decides, oh, we're gonna be super curly. We don't know. It's just a mystery. Okay, let's go to Danessa Myricks Blooming Romance. I'm gonna start, I think, with the shade. I'm gonna do a little bit of Desire, I think, just through the transition, just to kind of get things going. And we're gonna stick with the powders for right now. And I'll let you know when we move over to creams. I'm taking a Sigma, you think I'd have this memorized now, E25. I'm gonna start this right here. Just for something for the shades to kind of float into, and we're gonna focus it on this inner part a little bit and on this outer part, and just let it diffuse. And let's see, let's grab a little bit of Adorn. I think a little bit of Adorn would be pretty in here. And that's this one right here. We're going to take some of the powder of it. And, you know, I'm going to go to E27. Just a little bit more concentrated. And I'm going to tuck that right here, just a little lower, a little tighter. I think this could be pretty, like with just these 2 colors, and like stopping right here. But I wanna play. And putting a little bit in the inner bit. Everything's gonna go towards the arch of the brow, tail of the brow, this general region. And now onto a smaller brush. I'm just gonna take this little flat brush. This is a Morphe M124. Let's try just a touch of Lovesick, which is next door. It's this one right here. I'm gonna put a little bit of that powder And we're going to bring that further down the lid. I'm just going to place it right there in the outer corner. And then I'm going to just diffuse it up. A little bit right here. Just getting that placed down right now. Doing a little bit of real detailed blending with the tip of this brush. Barely touching the skin, just diffusing. And we'll go back to the E27 and we can diffuse that a little bit more. Soften that up some. And we take some of Crush, the lightest matte shade in here. I'm going to take some of that and hit underneath the brow bone. Alright, now we dip that back into Lovesick. A little bit more of Adorn. Just a touch of Adorn coming up and out from here. Now I'm going to go back to my little brush that I was using a while ago. I'm going to take the cream version of Lovesick. I'm going to use that to add a little more depth right here. As I said, when you layer the creams and the powders, you get more intensity and richness from the shades. Right, and then we'll go back to the powder of Lovesick, and you can just stamp that over top there, and it just really brings in some richness. I think that's what's so fun about this palette, or these Groundwork palettes, is the levels of richness you can get from them and the versatility of the shades that are chosen. You can do more than what you think. The versatility. I get so excited when palettes are versatile. You know how Emily Noel, she always goes on about multitasking palettes. I'm right there with her with that. I love multitasking palettes. I don't know why. It's not like I'm somebody who's in like some big rush all the time or has that necessity in my life. But I just love the idea of it. I love when it's a mix of a simplistic thing that can be so much more. I love products that have a lot of versatility to them, where it's not just, this is just this thing. But no, where you can adjust it and do so much to suit what it is that you're doing. A good example is that Urban Decay Face Bond. It's marketed as long wear full coverage foundation, but it is so much more than that. It's such an adjustable coverage level. You can truly get light coverage, medium, full, and anything in between from it. You can adjust the finish of it and make it more dewy depending what you put over it or under it. It's a really fun product that really lends itself well to versatility. Blending here, softening up. I'm going to clean this little brush off, and I'm going to take some of the cream version of Crush, the lightest pink. I'm going to put some of that in the center right here, just to brighten that up some. And we'll do a little blending. And the e.l.f. No Budge Stick. Talk about a versatile product. I can do so much with that. Alright, bit of the powder. And I'm just gonna do a little diffusing. Does anyone else have like that one little spot on your lid where shadow just will not stick? I have a little circle right here. Like, it's almost a perfect circle. And it's my little trouble spot with eyeshadow. Like, it's just like, nah, I don't want to stick right there. It doesn't matter what I do. I have to like really pat it in that one spot. It's so strange. All right, grabbing a little more Adorn pulling that out this way. And I'm going to take a little more of that peachy shade Desire right out here. And this will get toned down in a minute. Just want that haze of that color coming out. Build up just a touch more lovesick on this outer bit right there. Okay, I'm going to go to a little liner brush, a little angled liner brush, and we're going to take the shade, let's go with Evermore, which is this one right here. I'm going to take the cream. And put some of that at the lash line. And go with this little outer corner. And wing up from there. Use a little bit right here. Just very, very gently. And now we'll take the powder version of Evermore. And set over that. And I'm letting that diffuse into Lovesick very softly. And we'll keep that right in the lash line a bit there too. I'm going to take a little teeny tiny detail smudge brush like this. And this brush, I'm going to link it below. And I'm going to start to like keep my favorite brushes linked. Would you guys like that? Like a designated section for all my favorite brushes that I reach for all the time in the description box. I should probably do that because I do use like kind of the same brushes all the time. Alright, but we're going to take some more Lovesick on this little guy. And just diffuse in between that and Evermore. Alright, clean blending brush. On the center of the lid, we do have a little bit of glow coming from that the e.l.f. No Budge stick, and we put the crush shape. I'm going to just brighten up the very middle a little bit with some just a shimmery highlighter or whatever. You know what? Hold on. What if we took just a kiss of Strawberry Moon from the Danessa Myricks Lightworks palette? Yeah, we're going to take just a little bit of that. It is this right here. We're just going to pat a tiny bit of that on the center of the lid. You could use any shimmer shade that you want to use for this part. I think a champagne could be very pretty. I'm just going to do a little, just a kiss of it. Just to kind of get a little glow from that. And I'm going to pop a little bit of my face highlighter just in the very, very center, which is just a light champagne color. Use this one right here. Just very basic champagne. You can get it from any palette. This one is from Glowgasm. So I don't want to go too pink with that pinky purple. Let's use this to kind of tone it and balance it out. And put a little bit of this on the brow bone as well. Okay, cool. All right. I'm going to tidy up the shape just a little bit. Pumpkin hair. So you can take a Q-tip. I'm going to clean up just where you might put a little too much or something. You can just softly like blend with it. Q-tips are your friend. Now you see it's a little bit tidier looking. Sort of make a little more sense, not quite so messy. I mean, this is kind of an inherently grungy look, but we've toned it down just a little bit. Or not really toned it down, but just tidied it up a little bit. So it's a controlled grunge. Let's do a little underpainting before we move on here. I'm going to take a little bit of my cream contour from Fenty. This is in the shade Amber. I'm just going to put a little bit of that. A little bit of structure. Give that a little diffuse. A little bit along the jawline. nose. Now we take a little bit of this one, this Halo Glow Beauty Wand from e.l.f. in Rose You Slay. And let's do some concealer. I'm going to use a bit, I'm going to do a little concoction of some Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer in my Kosas Concealer. It's experimentation time. Let's see if this works. Because this is like way too light. The other one, I want just a little lighter. So maybe we can make a little middle ground here. Yeah, I think this might work. Okay. I think that worked out all right. A little dramatic, a little extra brightening, but we're underpainting, so that gives us a little bit of grace with that, don't worry. Let's do some foundation. Speaking of, I'm going to use the Face Bond. And we're going to do it in that, a little bit of a lighter application today. Just squeeze a little bit out, work it into my brush. Just going to use it to marry everything together. Yeah, I think that worked really well. And a little complexion combo. Alright, I'm going to set my under eyes with a bit of Simply Ageless. You don't have to use powder with the Urban Decay. I'm just experimenting today with that. Rest of the face, I'm just going to dust a little bit. Let's move back to lower lash line real quick. Get that done. I'm going to take my liner brush and the cream version of Evermore. This one. And we're going to come right here. Right there. So you can pull it real tight all the way across. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that little detail brush and I'm gonna just do a little softening. All right, and then we'll take the powder of Evermore and just buff that pretty tight to the lash line. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the powder version Lovesick and just get a little bit underneath and a touch of Adorn. I'm going to take my E25, make sure there's no extra product on it. Just do a little of that. Then we'll do just a little tiny bit of our peachy shade Desire. Just do a little last minute finessing here. More of that peach in. Alright, I'm going to touch my brows up and throw on some mascara. Alright, so touched up the brows, threw some lashes. This mascara to put some little half lashes in the outer corners on. So I feel like this look needed a little extra lash. Let's do some bronzer real quick before I forget. Bring some warmth into the skin. Taking the one from Glowgasm. Actually first, I'm going to put a little bit of the highlighter, that champagne from Glow Gas in the same one we used a little bit on the lid. Should put a bit of that on the cheeks. It's right there. Alright, and blush. I think I'm going to use a bit of Adorn. And we're going to take the cream. Adorn is this one. Throw a little setting spray on. Alright, let's do some lips and finish the look up. I think I'm going to do a little bit of Evermore as kind of a liner, and then we'll take some perhaps Lovesick in the center. We'll see. I'm going to grab a little smudgy brush, take some of the cream version of Evermore, and we're going to do this. Now we'll take Lovesick and the cream. Just gonna ombre that on. I'm gonna just use my finger. All right, and my lips are a little dry today because I've been doing a lot of swatch videos. So I'm going to put a little bit of gloss over top. I'm going to use this one from Pat McGrath. This is Naked Rose. Okay, and here's the look all complete. I love it. I think it came out so pretty. So pretty. I think this is kind of wearable. You know, it's not too out there crazy smoky, and you could definitely tone this down. Maybe not use Evermore or go with some of the lighter shades and do the same shape and placement. Beautiful. I do have one just using the peach shade alone and creating the same type of shape with it, which is the cream and powder version of Desire. These right here. And I think it came out so pretty, so I wanted to do the amped up version today. And I just love it. I think it came out perfect. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. And what other looks would you like to see with the beautiful Blooming Romance palette? Because I can't stop wanting to use it. It's a very satisfying palette. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.